You're muted right now, bro. I can hear you.
There, can you hear that one?
Perfect.
Okay, I can hear you too a little bit. Okay, perfect. Nice. So how's it going, man?
It's been okay. It's not the, for some reason I lost my voice, so it's not the same voice that you called this channel.
You lost your voice on my very first caller has lost his voice. Oh man.
Yeah, it is what it is, but I wasn't
Yeah.
prepared for this, so I
Well, I
just came
tell
in
you
as
what, take it easy. Don't try yelling at me and stuff. Are you pretty excited to see your Patriots this year, man?
Yeah, yeah.
I'll bet you are.
Yeah, definitely.
I think you guys are going to do very well, bro. You guys have a lot of money to spend, and Vrabel's there, and I think he's gonna probably push it so you guys almost either almost make playoffs or you just go ahead and take the damn division. That'll
Yeah.
be fun.
Also, we have to make sure that we hit on the draft because in years in the past, we suck at drafting.
Well, I've never personally, bro, I've never subscribed to the draft being the savior. I've always kind of felt like you got to have the coaches that can develop anybody because look what the Eagles and the Chiefs have to do every year. We get the last picks, you know. I mean, the 49ers usually don't get good picks, but after this year, they should probably get some good ones, huh?
Yeah.
But who else is always there? The Bills. They have to take crappy picks every year because they're in the playoffs every year, you know? I mean, it's just part of it, bro. You got to have that coaching first. So I don't care who you take in the draft, bro. I think it's all about the coaching team that Vrabel's bringing in.
Oh, definitely. I think that Vrabel will do a great job of rebuilding the Patriots to what it once was. Not like the standard that Bill Belichick did, but to I don't want to say it to like at the level of like making the playoffs at least.
So just getting them to be contenders,
Yeah.
I would be pretty happy with that, man. I mean, to be able to push to where you're fighting for a wild card spot, even that's that's a heck of an improvement. And I realize that you guys have kind of been down and out since the Brady left and everything kind of fell apart. But this is a real upside for you Patriots, man. I think you guys probably have something really cool that could happen there. And
Yeah.
maybe if it doesn't get you back in the mix, maybe it gets you hella close and you spook the Bills because they're just dominating everybody on your side, man.
At least the year after Tom Brady left with Cam Newton on the side, at least we were competitive, even though we didn't make the playoffs. And we thought that Mac Jones would be similar to what Tom Brady was. But the only reason we made the playoff that year was mainly because we had the easiest schedule, regardless of what happened.
It is nice having the easiest schedule. It really is nice. There was a couple of times the Chiefs had quote the easiest schedule, but it's kind of hard to get the easiest schedule when every single team's bringing their A game, bro.
season, I thought the Chiefs would have a more difficult schedule since you got the AFC North, who had all their teams having a winning season. So that was my fault. But at the same time, you guys had the NFC South, which is like the easiest division you can beat. It's
For
like
real. Hey, bro, it's like I'm gonna let you let your voice heal. And
hey man,
so Thursday, I definitely want you calling in, but I want you to do like I don't know, drink lemon juice or whatever it takes to clear up that voice thing, brother. if it's that bronchial thing that's going around, we've all got it, bro. And my voice sounded like that about a week and a half ago, actually.
Yep.
So get better, my friend. It's good to see you. Thanks for calling in, man.
Time.
All right, let's see here. We've got backstage. Eagles beat the Chiefs. I see J Dog's wanting the champ to come in, huh? Get up there, champ. Is this you? Eagles beat the Chiefs. Let's find out.
It is me.
Nice.
Yeah.
And yes, bro, the Eagles beat the shit out of my Chiefs.
I know, right? No more Taylor Swift. No, I'm kidding. I
don't like
thought
Taylor.
you were the one. I thought you were the one that said you lost your voice.
I did
That's
lose
how
my
I
voice
read
about a
GTN.
week and a half ago, bro.
Oh,
It
how's
was
Cancun?
How's Cancun? I mean, if they let me go to Cancun with them, I'd be pretty happy right now. But when I go to Cancun, I have to take the wife and stuff, and so then I don't get to go fight for my right to party or not. You deserve this, man. Go ahead, let me have it. Let's have it.
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna go too hard on you. But did you see that Travis Kelce last season possibly?
Mhm. Yeah, man, we signed him for last year or for this previous season and the next one, and that's it. He's probably going to retire.
I think Xavier Worthy could be after Travis Kelce retires. Then he'll be the up and coming on that offense.
He's already the up and comer, bud. I mean, the only good thing about the Super Bowl is young Worthy set a rookie record. Yeah, so 157 yards receiving as a rookie in the Super Bowl. That's a record, bro. I mean, if that's all I can grasp onto, I'm going to hang on to it tight.
My goodness. Watching the All-Star game, pretty boring.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that you look back at it, do you think Josh Allen deserved MVP?
Tell you what, I thought
After-
the kid earned an MVP a few years ago, and I
Yeah.
think maybe he got hosed out of it back then, and it was almost like, well, shit, we got to give him one, you know?
Yeah.
I realized that Saquon just kicked butt, bro. I realized that. And I want to see someone MVP other than a quarterback. But damn it, they kind of hosed Josh out of that last one. Well, a few years ago anyway, when I thought he should have got one. And he's been playing really, really good too.
Yeah.
And you guys won the fucking Super Bowl, so I don't know why anybody would even care about MVP if you're going to be the champ, you know? I would give up any MVP.
I just need something to talk about. No, I'm kidding.
What's that?
I just need something to talk about.
Oh, I know, for sure. But
Like,
what about how many yards Saquon had in the Super Bowl, or how good?
Yeah,
your
you guys-
defense is? Holy crap, dude!
that,
You guys have the strongest line I've ever seen.
but
just-
that stat lived up because Spags held running backs under 100 yards, right?
Yeah. He's good at that, but
Yeah, that's it.
boy, I mean, if every single time Mahomes touches the ball, he's going to either throw it in the dirt or right to your guys. I don't know if we're going to have a dog in this fight at all.
For real, that was over by halftime. Not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah.
Like,
By the end of the second half, I think I was just like maniacally laughing about the game.
what the final score? Them last two touchdowns were garbage time points.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah,
even called it, dude. I said it. This is garbage time. Anthony agreed with me and everything, brother.
yeah, like there's nothing you guys could do about it.
Oh, not at all. I think they're gonna make some adjustments this year, and the Chiefs will be back again, just like they always are, bro. I think this was a good a learning thing for them. I don't like it. I'm not for losing ever. You know how it feels, right? Yeah, you just want to be on top, but
If
he's
this is Travis Kelsey's last season, he's got to go out strong, right?
so. I would think so. I would think he'd want 1,000-yard season, so he's probably going to work his butt off.
And
For real.
Andy Reid could be his last season too, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Unless they get another Super Bowl, then maybe they'll both sign a one more year contract and just see how long they can push this thing. I mean, beat that horse till it's at the finish line, right? If it
Yeah.
collapses there, big deal.
Now, do you think Barkley could hit 2K again?
With your line, yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. With that Eagles line, he's never had a line like this before, bro.
Never.
I mean, you guys are elite on the offensive line. You guys can part the waters, if you will. You know, it's like it's reminiscent of watching Emmitt Smith fucking just walk his way into all those records way back in his day. I mean, literally that line pushed everything so 15 yards back every single play, and my grandma on a walker could have got Emmitt Smith's yards with that, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like your line, dude. Like a 5th grade girl could get 2,000 yards with your line.
Yeah.
And
Our
I'm just kidding around, but because Saquon's just a boss. But seriously, that's how good your line is. It makes it look like that's feasible, you know.
our line average height was 6'6", and our average weight is 338 pounds.
Jesus. Average is 330.
Yeah,
6'6",
338.
330. That's a
crazy.
wall, dude.
It is.
That's thicker than a wall.
For real, like that's like my 100. That's like my 600-pound life.
I mean, but they're fast. They get up off their pallets and go work out.
They do.
Goodness gracious. They're just sheer dominance, bro. I was hoping that Andy Reid would poke the guys with a stick and make sure that my guys were still alive, you know? Like, hey, you guys.
I saw no yelling on the sideline.
I mean, it didn't look like the Chiefs were hungry for it, bro. It looked like the Eagles had all the hunger. Looks like the Chiefs were spending all week partying, and the Eagles were spending all week practicing, man. It was a hell of a win. I got to give props to. That's what kind of fan I am. I was just impressed as shit. Pissed off a little bit, but I think I mostly just laughed that off.
Now, if you're like pissed, then you got to be the Bills.
Oh yeah, I don't like get pissed. My pissed off was going, are they going to do anything?
Exactly. 6 points.
I mean, I got to the point after so many years of just watching the Chiefs get the living shit beat out of them, and then maybe they would get to a wild card just to lose it, you know? I got so many of those years under my belt that honestly, I was just stoked we made it to another Super Bowl, bro.
Yeah, and not lose 5 times like the Bills. That's crazy. Now, do you feel like the Bills would put up a better fight or no?
Oh hell no! Oh hell no! Nobody was gonna. Nobody was gonna be able to fight against that team, bro.
Yeah, our defense. We had like how many sacks? 6 without blitzing.
Like 40. It felt like 40, and like 213 interceptions, and
yeah, rookie.
You guys got like 7,000 points on us or something like that.
For real, like you guys couldn't even move down the field.
I mean, yeah, you're kind of beating a dead horse here because I'm on your side about it. I was not pleased with that offense, dude. And Spagnuolo, the way he was giving up the big passing yards, I was like, dude, the fuck? They're not just gonna run it. We got to do something.
When that game was over by the time Devontae Smith, that long pass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I remember that one. Yep. Yeah, and he was wide open.
yeah, he
And
was.
I was just
Who was
like,
covering him?
what the fuck are my defense guys doing over
Like-
there? You know, was it Watson he burned?
Yeah, I think
Now,
so.
now to be fair though, Watson had just come off injury reserve, dude. Like he had busted his tibula and fibula.
Damn.
Think about that, dude. Oh my good lord. Like both of those bones right there just
For
and
real.
then he comes back and the first time he goes to play is literally in the Super Bowl. I mean, come on, man. You're probably gonna outrun a kid whose like muscle atrophy is pretty heavy right now, you know.
I really thought the Chiefs weren't really going to make the playoffs because look at your wide receivers.
Wait a minute.
Like,
Wait a minute. Look at last year. I mean, sorry, the season before this one. The Chiefs had what were arguably the worst receivers in football. And they
again,
won the Super
Patrick
Bowl.
Mahomes. Again, Patrick Mahomes. Not good wide receivers.
Right.
I mean, you could argue. Did Tom Brady have no weapons at one
Dude,
time?
Tom Brady had a Gronkowski.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
all
and
else fails,
6'8".
throw it to a Gronk. Because that
6'8".
Gronk is one tough monkey, bro. If you watch his highlights, he just literally freight trains people. There's nothing they can do once he has the ball in his hands. They can hit him in the knees. That's why he looked like a cyborg with all those things on his legs because everybody kept hitting him in the knees. That was the only way to take that big sucker down. You sure weren't going to go up to his chest. He will
For real. Like he can stiff arm you.
Oh my
Like-
God. Dude, he can stiff arm you from like 11 feet away. Whack!
Like I know
He
the
would
defense.
destroy me.
I know the defenders are like, do I even attempt to hit this guy or no?
I mean,
Like,
so there's a little bit of a difference between like say when OJ Simpson was running and when Saquon ran. So
yeah.
OJ had a lot less games. I mean, what, 3 less games?
that
he did.
yeah.
14 game season. Saquon did it in 17 game season. Okay. Back then, you had guys out there that could hit you anywhere they wanted. They could tackle you by the face. Nobody cared.
Yeah, because face mask wasn't called.
I mean, they just never called that shit. It was football.
Like-
You're not trying on princess dresses. They could literally, you know, they could do anything.
And
they
not
would
get fined.
stop until like everybody was on the pile, beating the crap out of you while you're at the bottom of the pile. And then God forbid your hand was sticking out because they'd walk by and step on it. You
And
see what I mean? They
especially-
were trying to kill you and take you out of the game.
Yeah, and no helmets.
I mean,
Just tops it off.
basically they had a little piece of plastic covering the top of their beam. They might have had a little bit of
Yeah.
foam in there. If you look, those helmets looked like they were tied on their head. And now you got helmets that are this big. The guy looks like it's gonna give him neck problems just holding the big thing up.
Man.
Hey, what do you think about those cloth things that they pull over the top of the helmet for extra padding?
Like injuries?
So,
Broken ribs?
have you seen those things? So, I know that the helmets are designed these days to be really extra protective, but there's also this great big cloth looking thing that has extra pads in it, like sewn in it,
I don't
they
think I've seen that.
all over the helmet. You seen those yet?
No, I don't think so. I'm gonna look it up after.
Okay. Well, I was thinking about those things, and I was thinking about the cloth that's on them. And I was thinking about how in football, with just the helmet, when I would hit somebody, my helmet would slip because it was like a slick plastic.
It was that bad?
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
But with that cloth thing, I would think if you hit somebody like in the body, that cloth would grab and like give your head a twist because of extra grab on the thing. So it might cause more neck injuries having that thing, but maybe keep the concussions down. Now you got to weigh these out because I've been concussed a lot of times in my life, little brother. And I think I would rather have a concussion than a neck injury.
Dang. Even Antonio Brown, not a neck injury, but CTE. I don't like.
I mean, that's real, dude. That's real. A lot of hits in the head, and you're gonna need some counseling. that's
Exactly.
that's real, dude.
Like, what is amnesia? Like, can't forget. What is it? Alzheimer's? Yeah, Alzheimer's. Like, you can't even.
So, I knew a guy that had gosh, what was it? He had like Tourette's. All right,
Oh yeah.
and so we called him Shaky Dave, right? And he had the shake thing, right? And then
Yeah.
he would be. I'm gonna give you an example. So I'm gonna roll a cigarette here.
Okay.
I just smoked tobacco cigarettes, right? So Shaky Dave would take a cigarette paper and he'd be shaking like this, dude, and then he'd reach over into this bowl and he'd pull out some pot and he would get like super.
He dropped it.
He'd super calm, right? He'd just put it in the paper, and he wouldn't shake or nothing, and he would roll it up really quick and easy, right? Perfect cigarette, but he was rolling joints, and he would not shake at all until that joint was all the way smoked, and he'd sit there and be like, "I needed that."
Okay.
Calm, no shakes or nothing. That's the first time I ever realized it was probably really good for medical stuff. That stuff.
Yeah.
But
Stress.
only, like not just because you're lazy and you don't want to go to work. Oh, I need medical weed. No, fucking go to work,
For real.
Do that shit on a weekend. But unless you're Shaky Dave, because it made him really smooth.
That's a
He could
fucked up
carry a
nickname.
conversation and everything, man.
It's a messed up nickname.
I mean,
Shaky
we loved
Dave.
him, bro. We loved him, But yeah, he was Shaky Dave until somebody went, "Here you go, Dave," and he'd be like, "Oh, all smooth."
Oh my, yeah.
None of this stuff. I mean, it was pretty funny. He was a good guy. What's up, Mike? Hey, there's a thing in the chat, Mike. Call in.
He said he couldn't. He said, tried the link, but my browser won't allow me to connect.
You gotta sign up with StreamYard. I think I had to do that my first time too.
Or download the app.
Download the app. Yeah, that works. That's what I did for my phone callings. Yeah.
Hello.
This is fun, man. I'm glad you called in, J Dog. You're a pretty cool guy,
Yeah.
I realized you wanted to bust my balls for the Eagles kicking our ass, but this has been a good call, man. What's the Eagles gonna do next year? What's your record gonna be?
We have the Bills, we have the Chiefs, we have the Raiders, Broncos. Who else do we have? I always say it, but I'll say 12-5.
I like that. I think that's a very respectable call.
We have the Bengals.
I think the Chiefs somehow pull out 12 wins as well. We might not have home field advantage, but I think we still go to another AFC championship. Championship?
I just don't want to see Chiefs get the 1 seed again and they have nothing to play.
Why?
Because
we just shared the wealth with you.
You guys get it easy. I don't care what you say. You guys get it easy.
Easy.
The Eagles and Commanders were fighting. The Bills and freaking Chiefs, that game, it was over by week 13.
Okay, so the Chiefs had to play 8 teams that were in the playoffs. You know that?
Yeah.
We were 7-1 against those 8 teams. How the fuck is that easy, dude? How the heck is that easy? They had to
You
bust
guys should have lost
all
to the
year.
Broncos. You guys should have lost to the Broncos and that blocked field goal. You guys should have.
I'm sorry, dude, but you cannot take that away from the guy that blocked the field goal.
You guys, you be
He
honest, you guys
earned
should have
that.
lost.
He won the game. The Chiefs didn't win that game. The Broncos didn't lose that game. The kid on my special teams that blocked that punt won the game.
That was all luck.
If you were there and on the team and you blocked a punt for us or blocked a field goal and won a game for us, you don't think you'd want people to say, no, J-Dog won that shit.
I don't
Come
know.
on, dude.
I feel like you guys get it easy. And
How do we get it easy? Everybody
First
brings their A game to us.
like, who was your? I mean, yeah, obviously, who was your closest game? The Falcons.
All of them every week.
Yeah, like, guys
Every
should have lost
week.
to the Falcons. If Kirk Cousins didn't get that first down, Kirk Cousins, it was 3rd and 8.
So now it's our fault that we don't gift Kirk Cousins shit.
Kirk Cousins a bum.
Why are we supposed to gift stuff to people? Earn it. My team
Yeah,
earned
yeah,
it.
you guys do earn it because you don't have any wide receivers. No
Who
shit.
doesn't,
What?
who doesn't have wide
The
receivers?
Chiefs don't have wide receivers like that. Like, who was your good last wide receiver core?
The good one was
Yeah.
all pretty much benched all year because they were injured.
Like,
Rashee Rice, Hollywood Brown, they didn't. Rashee's not even back, and Hollywood, he was out until the playoffs.
Like, who are you target? Now, who are you targeting in free agency? Cooper
man.
Cooper
So-
Cup. I mean, he'd be nice on your squad.
So we don't pay free agents, dude. They come to us for a deal to try to get a ring.
Yeah, obviously, Juju Smith-Schuster.
I
Like,
mean, Juju's like only $3 or something million a year, dude. Why
yeah,
the
look
hell
at
would
him.
you keep a guy like
Kadarius Toney 2.0.
Kadarius Toney?
Nah,
is talented than people give him credit for. He threw a
Don't-
fit because he was having a bad year. That sucked.
only good game,
I was
only
like,
good play he has and had in his life was that what was it? The Super Bowl. He got y'all in field goal range.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was his only good play with y'all.
So you could say that about pretty much everybody on the Chiefs. You know, the only time they did good was that one time they won the game so we could go to the Super Bowl. Or that one time that he did this against that team, or this other guy did this against the other team. And so, yeah, dude, everybody kicks in right when it's needed. Except for apparently if we're going to play the Eagles a couple weeks ago and then, then
Like,
nobody shows up.
I don't know. I just don't want to see. I just don't want to see Eagles Chiefs again.
Why?
Do you?
Why
I mean,
not?
it is.
If
I
we're
mean,
the
it
best teams, you're damn right I want to see it.
It is 1-1.
Hmm.
Like
We have to have the tiebreaker.
the series
because-
is 1-1.
Even though we have what's called a dynasty going on, if you guys are the team that is
Yeah, we're the next
2-1 against a dynasty in Super Bowls, you could be your own dynasty right then. So
But the viewers won't want to see Chiefs Eagles
fuck the
again.
viewers, dude. I want to see anybody that's the best. If the Jacksonville Jaguars beat
Oh,
all
please.
our asses and
They're-
go to the Super Bowl, I will watch it.
Their last good. Now if it's the Dallas Cowboys, I won't watch. I'm lying. I probably will.
You know, you will.
Like I'll be rooting. I'll be rooting against them. Like
Sure.
they'll never make the Super Bowl with Jerry Jones still in office.
Like imagine it was a Raiders and Cowboys.
Raiders, Cowboys.
Literally, who the fuck is gonna watch that game?
Exactly. Like
I will. I'll watch every single play, and I'll have fun doing it because I love the NFL, man.
now, Commanders, they had a shot at the Super Bowl. could have
Yeah,
made
but
Super
then
Bowl
they
if they
ran
had
up
turned the game.
against this fucking wall of an Eagles team, the Great Wall of Philadelphia.
They're gonna do it again next year.
You think the Commanders will be back next year?
Not have a slump? No, I don't think so.
You think
Do you
Jaden
think?
Daniels is
Do you
going to have a
think? Yeah. Do you? I don't think so.
I don't think
CJ
Jaden
Stroud did.
Daniels is going to have a sophomore slump, dude.
Me
I think
neither.
people
I
are
don't
going to
think-
try to watch him so he doesn't run so much, and that's going to cause him to throw the ball. But that kid's got a pretty good arm. And if he can learn to do like Patrick did and stay in the pocket like year 3 and 4, 2, 3, and 4, and then just dink and dunk the way Tom Brady did, you can extend your career a long ways, and then you don't have a slump either.
Like I really thought he could been the first rookie to win the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Like he has all the potential.
Oh, he looked so good this year. He was really exciting to watch. It was fun to watch those games. You know, it brought a lot of people back that were just pissed off about the Commanders and stuff. It brought
The change was the Hail Mary. That was the turnaround.
You know,
That was the turnaround.
the Hail Mary was very fun. I never really liked the Hail Marys. I think they're kind of a crock of shit because if you just were to rush the quarterback, just blitz the fucking quarterback, there's no way he'll ever have the time to do that. And he's going to have to check it down. And so I think there's an easy way to get rid of Hail Marys. And it's just sometimes I guess coaches go, fuck it, go for it, dude. If you think you can make it.
You have to. 3 seconds left. You have to. What else are you going to do with 3 seconds?
Right?
Exactly. Like.
But the defense should have just blitzed his ass because he would have never got away, and it was just over.
And the Bears guy was taunting the entire time. Like they showed him like taunting.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not right. What else can we talk about?
Dude, what do you think about the NFC West?
NFC West.
Yeah, who do you think's going to come out of the NFC West next year?
I feel like I don't know. Rams? No. Matthew. They're trying to get rid of Matthew Stafford.
I mean, he's what, 38?
No one's giving up a first-round pick for him because the Giants want. The Giants are rumored to get him.
That might be a good fit. Actually, Stafford could go to the Giants and turn that team around, bro.
You're really giving up a third overall pick just for Matthew Stafford.
I mean, there's nobody to draft in the quarterback position this year that's really one of the hot.
I know everyone's saying that. Like, the only good QB probably be Cam Ward.
Ward and Dart's pretty good.
Like Shedeur Sanders, he takes sacks. Like he doesn't know how to throw it away. Like
I think he's only going to be a backup until he gets some good training, and then he might get a start here and there. Maybe he'll make a name for himself. You never know. I like to look at all the kids in the draft like they're just kids, man. I mean, I'm in my mid-50s, and so these kids that are coming out of the draft are literally my son's age, you know?
Yeah,
So I kind of hope for the best for them all, even that Milroe kid. So that kid shows flashes of Jaden Daniels' style of talent, that Milroe.
Yeah, he looks
But,
good.
I mean, he's had some of the shittiest games I've ever seen where he's just not getting anything to work. It was like Mahomes in the Super Bowl, dude. Just
Shedeur Sanders, Sanders is only good because of his dad. I mean, the last name says it all. Does it not?
So that's Deion Sanders' kid, and I think the problem with taking him is there's going to be a whole bunch of dad baggage there every
Exactly,
day. Every
but he did say that he's not coaching his son. They say that. Yo, they say that. They say that.
day.
And then it might happen. Like, they say that.
Hey man, look, Mike Jones is here. What's up, Mike? I was just talking about if the Giants can pick up Matthew Stafford, he could really turn that team right around. They'll be a contender. I mean, I think you were a
Nah.
guy like him away really a couple of times with Daniel Jones. And I liked Daniel Jones too. I thought he was tough.
Mike's a Giants fan, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this, Mike. Are you giving up a third overall pick just for Matthew Stafford? Because the Rams are gonna want their third round pick. Like, I know. I don't know. I don't think that'll work out. Like
So, as far as getting Stafford and giving up a third round pick, if you've got a good line already,
a third over. They don't. They don't.
okay, then they have to beef up that line first because Stafford is going to be able to bring in guys for a line. He's got a crew. I just guarantee he's got a couple of guys he wants protecting him, and so he's going to talk them into signing those. And so you're going to need a little bit of money. How much money does the Giants have?
I have no clue.
Hmm.
I don't even keep up with salary. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Just like who has the most cap space?
It's the Patriots.
And then the Raiders are like
Commanders.
second.
Like, the Commanders and Patriots do, I think.
I think it goes Patriots, then Raiders, then Commanders, something like that.
Yeah.
So these guys can just they can bring in some dudes, bro.
Like who could the Patriots get? Cooper Kupp.
They can get anybody they want, dude. The Patriots have like
They can get Myles
105
Garrett.
million.
I feel like Myles Garrett's been through it, but you can't just go out and say I don't want to go to a non-contender. That's not good for your. That's not good for your
Miles,
reputation.
though. I mean, I think Vrabel's got a plan, and I think honestly, if your defense is or if their defense is beefed up a little bit, as far as the Patriots defense, I think you beef those guys up a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. Cooper
3
Kupp has
players there to protect Drake May, and
Drake May is up and coming.
he's not bad, dude. He's really not bad. The kid's got a lot of potential, and I think he's better than people give him credit for.
He's definitely better than who's he better than?
I'm gonna bring in Jean-Paul O'Keefe.
I bet.
Oh,
There he is.
Yeah.
can you hear me?
The legend. We can hear you good. The
Awesome.
man, the legend.
Now we need Mike.
You got the crew
Mike
going.
now.
Got the crew going. What's happening, Jean-Paul O'Keefe?
Chilling, yo.
Nice.
Freaking just hanging out with my son. He's playing some Minecraft.
I love Minecraft. That's one of those games where I can just dive into it and then just get lost for a couple hours with my kids.
Exactly.
Yeah, get killed. No, I'm kidding.
Dude, I seriously have built, like castles and all kinds of fun.
falling off the map or something. Falling off one of the blocks.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a pretty crazy game how much you could do in it.
It's pretty fun. I go straight down to level like 59 underneath the lava and dig around. That's where I find all the diamonds. And my kids are always like, "How do you get diamonds?"
That's awesome. Showing them the way.
Every time.
That's funny.
Yeah, man. Okay, so let's hear your takes on some of these conversations we've been having about the football, brother.
Dude, football is nuts. Gosh, I mean, I've been a Bills fan since like '93-ish.
You'll also need wide receivers.
You sat through the Jim Kelly years.
Yeah, my pops got me into him. He used to be a Giants fan, but then they moved to Jersey, so he's like, "Fuck it, I'm going to the Bills now," which is like kind of like not the greatest situation, but it was a fun time. I mean, we always root for them no matter what,
Yeah,
even through the struggle.
for sure.
I always
Hello?
Did I lose him? What happened with Jean-Paul O'Keefe? Dude,
I don't know. As soon as he started talking about the Giants,
I don't think it was the Giants talk, man. I think something happened with his call.
big
So
Patrick Mahomes,
he's a Bills fan, bro. I like the Bills. I always have. They've got a
I
lot
know.
of good talent over there, man. That's a tough team.
again,
yeah.
they have no talent.
There he
with-
is.
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know where I let off of something about the Titans. I don't know if you heard me.
You said the Bills or something?
No,
It was with Doug Flutie I was mentioning.
I met Doug Flutie.
What? That's so freaking awesome. I used to have the Flutie flakes and everything.
Yeah.
So I went to a Santa Barbara quarterback receiver camp when I was like 16, and Doug Flutie was there, and he threw one pass to everybody that was there. So he probably threw 1,000 passes in a week because it was a week-long quarterback receiver camp. I caught 500 passes a day from quarterbacks all over the country, and my hands were fine. Doug Flutie threw one ball to me, and I swear to God, I blistered my hands, man.
Oh, dude, he had some arms on him for a little guy, for a short dude. I just remember him jumping up in the air and throwing over the line. Like,
He
that
wasn't
was
short,
crazy.
though. I was like 5'11", and he was looking me in the eyes, man. Like, he felt bigger than me for sure.
Oh, wow.
I was like 5'11" and like 180 pounds. And yeah, he felt bigger than me. So I don't know why everybody always says he was a little guy.
Huh. Yeah, I always thought he was shorter than that. I guess you're right. He probably was like 5'10", 5'11".
But he was beefy, like he was stout and muscly and stuff. And so I don't know, for some reason he just felt like he was bigger. Maybe it was just because he was older or something. You know how that
That's
works.
true. Yeah. It's like your elder right there. But yeah, that freaking game, man. Like, they should have started him against the Titans, and that shit still haunts me to this day. And that forward lateral, everyone's like, "Oh, it wasn't a forward lateral," and the Titans go to the Super Bowl and they choke.
Dude, if I ever seen Doug Flutie again, I guarantee he would have never recognized me because there was so many of us. But he was very nice. Like, he took the time to make you feel like you mattered while you were there. And I know I was just one of the numbers and stuff.
Yeah, he's a good guy, man, for sure. He seemed like straight up good guy. He was in the Canadian Football League for a while too, before the NFL, which is crazy.
Giants need a quarterback and an O-line, huh, Mike Jones? Okay. I see, buddy. So Mike Jones, what do you think about the Giants trying to get Stafford, though? He's 37.
That'd be interesting.
Still need to draft a quarterback. Okay. So who are you looking for at quarterback, though? And what pick could you get a guy in? Because there's a few of them that are fairly okay this year, but maybe getting a gunslinger and waiting until one of these guys from next year's class might be the best way.
Yeah, they could go after Arch Manning maybe next year.
That's what I'm talking about, dude. Why not? If the
Tank
Giants
for Arch, yeah.
Manning,
I could see them doing that.
why the hell wouldn't you? Eli kicked butt for him.
It's either like I could see the Giants doing that or maybe the Colts doing that.
Mike Jones likes Sanders. Shakir Sanders is Deion Sanders' kid. And there's My beef with that is you're going to have Dion on the sideline just bringing dad baggage the whole damn time. Just
Yeah, it seems like a lot of drama.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of a wild card. Like, hey, you never know, though. The guy could be a stud.
The way I look at it, tell dad stay at home and let the kid cook. Let's see how good the kid is. Because why not have faith in him? I bet he's awesome. And I bet he could probably be more awesome if he didn't have this looming thing over his back saying, why don't you do it like this, son? Why don't you do it like this, son?
Right. Could be the whole LeBron James and his son situation.
Well, yeah, man.
In the NBA. Right. That's not going so good, it seems like. Even though the Lakers are still all right, but it's a whole other sport.
I've seen some guys come into the NFL after their dads have played. And if their dads weren't really right on top of them all the time and their new coaches could actually take them and develop them, they've worked out really well.
That's true. Well, yeah, like Marvin Harrison Jr. is a good example. I bet you he'll have a better season next year.
I think so. Just give them a year or two and they'll come around, Yep. Joe Alt.
True.
His dad was awesome for the Chiefs. And then
I forgot about that. Oh yeah, his dad did play for the Chiefs.
Yeah, and then so Junior goes to the Chargers and just kicks butt, dude. Makes me wish that we would have got him, man. He did that good. I was like, dang, why couldn't we get a legacy guy, How about Joey,
Right.
What do you do though?
Dude, I can't wait till next season. It's crazy because we got such a long ways to wait.
You do this every offseason, bro. Every offseason, I'm like, it's over.
Like, thank God for the AFC East roundtable and you guys like keeping us afloat.
I mean, I love the AFC East roundtable. Those are good guys, man.
Oh, I love it so much. Even TD, he's a freaking crazy guy, but I still love him.
TD's playing a great character, man. He's very fun.
He grew on me because at first I was like, I don't know about this guy.
I love him, dude. I love him. Except
but he's
for when
great.
Chiefs to win. I don't want him any part of my team. I don't want him.
He's such a jinx.
And I like going on Colby's show. I mean,
Colby's a good guy. He's a young gun too. He's like the youngest one there. And he's killing it.
I loved Master at Work. He was a saucy one, and that's what they kind of needed was the enemy.
He did spice it up
too.
Yeah, Master at Work. Supposedly he might be coming back though.
I hope so. I like Tyson. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. There was people being douches to him all the time, and he was still a good guy.
Look at that.
He wouldn't play their crap. He'd be like, dude, 20 years. 20. Owned you. I mean, and so, yeah, he rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. Well, that's another thing about Losky, dude. Like, there you go. He gave people what they wanted. They wanted somebody just to harsh on in the chat. They try to be, and I'd be like, whatever, dude. I don't care, Yeah, you guys are great,
Dude, I'm gonna miss the call-ins. I can't believe they got rid of it.
Well, and so that's kind of what I was hoping to do with this was give us all a place to go so we could, have fun with each other and talk about that stuff.
Heck yeah, man.
Heck yeah.
I'm pretty laid back too. I get a little emotional, man. That Bills Chiefs game. Holy shit, did I just my mind was gone. Like I lost my marbles. I was like, I can't even think straight.
For real. Oh, dude, that's how I felt with the Super Bowl. Trust me, bro.
I could imagine. And I heard you saying the Bills wouldn't have put up a fight. You know what, dude? Josh Allen and that Bills team, I think it would have been a closer game. Not saying that we would have won, but I think it would have been a single score game or something, maybe 9 or less points. Because the Bills are hungry, dude. They're going for their first Super Bowl ever. You got to remember that.
Yeah,
You know, they're not going for their third in a row. They're not playing for any of that. They're playing for their first.
yeah. That
They
would
wouldn't have
be
been partying. They would have been like, Coach McDermott would have been like, you know, whipping them. You
books for sure, dude.
know, so that's why I think it would have been close. Hey, we'll never know. We'll never know.
Yeah. Stop getting. You got to tell Josh stop getting so fucking nervous against the Chiefs, and you guys will get there.
That was interesting. You're totally right. Those first like few plays, that first series, holy shit, he had the jitters.
Yeah, I mean, you can see it in his eyes, and I like Josh, dude. I liked him when he was at Wyoming and stuff too. I mean, he's a good kid, and he deserves everything he's getting. He deserved the MVP before this one.
Yep. He's a dog, and he's easy to like, you know. Besides his flopping, he does flop a little too much, but that's the new NFL, you know. He's taking advantage.
That all you guys put on him when he first came in, and everybody started talking about how tough Jim Kelly was and how tough Josh Allen is. That is, I mean, he's not Atlas. He can't hold the whole world up.
It's true.
He
almost did, man. Imagine. Oh, man, it was close. All the way to the AFC Championship, he got it.
I mean, we'll see you next year again, too.
I hope so, man.
And Anthony,
I have a weird feeling like the Bills might slip a little, but we'll see. That's what we said last year, so you never know.
I figured last year the Chiefs would only get 12 wins, dude.
I thought it was going to be Chiefs Ravens for the AFC Championship, to be honest.
So, and I didn't, not once, man, not once. I didn't think the Ravens were going to be able to take the Bills. I know Anthony wanted to be like, okay, I'm going to call the Bills stuff, and I want you to go for the Ravens. And I was like, I guess so.
Derrick Henry scared the crap out of me, but we were able to contain him pretty well.
If you could stop the Ravens' run, you could stop their whole offense, bro.
That is true. Imagine if they get Deebo Samuel or something. Oh, my gosh.
So, gosh, all those guys from San Francisco, that was the most expensive team I've ever seen get their ass kicked all year.
Yeah.
They had
they had a lot of injuries, too.
Do you think it was that there was so many of those superhero guys on one team that they were almost fighting each other to be the big superhero guy on that team?
That could be. Yeah, I didn't even think about that perspective.
Except for Kittle, I don't think he ever does that. I think he just goes and tries to work and do his job. He's a different kind, man.
He's a tough SOB, man, because he played through injuries.
Right?
Yeah.
Sure, that is George Kittle, kid. Cheers, George Kittle.
Yeah, definitely cheers to Kittle. Because he's like a traditional tight end, too. He's good at blocking, and then he can get the passes.
He's a lot better at blocking than Travis Kelce.
Yeah, Travis is more of like a wide receiver type of tight end, which is fine. That worked for years. And
it's weird watching Big Trav do this, man, because he's so big in the way he runs, he doesn't look like he's fast. But then all of a sudden, he is just way the shit over there and wide open.
Did you see some of the replays of the Super Bowl, though? It's kind of weird. They're exposing him a bit, showing like he wasn't blocking on a couple plays. He was like giving up. That was kind of strange.
There is one video that I saw where they were kind of talking about his blocking abilities, but it was supposed to be a quick block to like throw the defender off and then jump over here and catch it, then turn around and catch a pass, right? But he literally was really slow off the line.
He looked slow.
He was like a full half a second off of everybody on the
slowest. He seemed like he was hungover or something. He just seemed slower that day. Like you never know. Maybe he was partying with Taylor. Maybe he was in the sack for too long the night before, you know, railing.
Bro, they were in the limelight the whole time. And the Eagles kept their heads down and went to work, went to practice, and then they were just like, you know what, those fucking guys they've been in the limelight the whole time. Let's go kick their ass. And they beat the crap out of us, you know.
Dude, I was not expecting that.
Nothing. I don't think there was a team that could have hanged with them, you know. I mean,
true.
I know that you want to say that the Bills could hang with them and everything, but goddamn, dude,
to be honest, I think the Bills and Ravens could have hung with them because the Ravens played them earlier.
the Ravens were nothing though. I mean,
I can't remember. Do you remember the score of that game? Because I'm pretty sure Ravens played the Eagles during the regular season. I just don't remember the outcome.
Yeah, I don't remember either, man.
I'll have to look into that. The Bills played the Eagles last year, which was a similar team besides Saquon. And the Bills almost beat the Eagles. It came down to like the last play. I think they lost by like 3.
They're like up there in the top echelon of the NFC.
Yep, I'd say Eagles, Redskins are looking good, or Commanders. My bad.
It's good, bro. I do that all the time.
I always still say Redskins. God
Us
damn
old guys, we can't.
Yeah, you can tell we're older, but we're still saying Redskins.
I still say some words that are supposed to be not words that you're supposed to say.
Oh yeah,
like racist stuff, but I mean,
whatever.
Like, know how to say things other than like. I think I'm on the spectrum. That's one of the words. I think. I think I'm on the spectrum somewhere, and whatever was packed in here when I was like in 3rd grade by all those meatheads in the 70s stuck.
Yeah, I feel that. Hanging out with all the old timers,
I mean, for real. I see it at work too. I mean, I'll make a Gilligan's Island reference for a joke, and like nobody gets it. I'm like, what
right?
Is going on?
What's the world coming to? Everybody's kind of soft. We need to find a balance.
What do you mean you never saw Tootsie?
That's funny.
You did. You did anyway.
Dude, I look back at the regular season games between us, and to be honest, I wanted the Bills to lose to the Chiefs during the regular season. I did. I was like, I want to fucking lose to the Chiefs so that when we see them again in the fucking playoffs, we'll have a little bit more bite,
Yeah.
Instead of fucking always beating you guys during the stupid regular season. I'm over it, dude. When we face you guys next year, I want to lose so fucking bad.
That was a little joke thing that me and Dan Mitchell had going for a while there too. Like, and I would be like, nope, you guys are gonna win. And
right?
Like, oh, Jamie,
it's like you guys want us to fucking win. That's why I get pissed. I'm like, fuck you, motherfuckers. God damn it, dude. I'm so angry. And dude, I would not even have much respect for the Chiefs if it wasn't for you, to be honest.
That's cool, man.
You really helped open my eyes a bit.
We're not all jerks, so there's a few, and I like to attribute that to the younger generations that didn't have to get their ass beat for most of their life, That's
why I have respect, and it's easy to hate the Chiefs. I mean, you got to admit that for any other team, like it's just so easy because of all the BS going on. But
named Professor Juan, and he studies psychology and fan fatigue.
Mm-hmm.
And so, literally, one of the things he said was 10 years ago, if you were a Steelers fan, you could look at the Chiefs and go, yeah, I don't mind the Chiefs. They're cool,
Yep.
And now that they're a threat, you have to hate them. Like your brain just, it's like basic Psych 101. This is a threat. We fear threats. Hate it. Hate the threat. Right? And then in my opinion, I'm just like, I'm still kind of in shock. Like, really? Am I going to wake up one of these days and this shit wasn't real? Because 7 years of being in the AFC Championship and
freaking crazy
all my life, dude. If we got to a wild card, it was just to lose it, except for one time we had Joe Montana,
Oh, yep.
Even past that.
Oh, man. So Alex Smith was pretty good for you guys.
Pardon?
Alex Smith did pretty good for you guys.
I love Alex Smith. I think
he's a badass. That injury he got through. Whew.
I'd like to have him as a quarterback coach, man. I mean, I'd like to have him back just so he could sit and whisper in Patrick's ear for a good season and put Patrick back where he was.
Yep.
I
I think
mean,
Patrick will bounce back.
Alex
You guys
could
just need to
be
get a receiver.
dude. Like he could be a great OC. He's very conservative with the ball. He does not want to turn the ball over. He's
True.
about a perfect system quarterback.
Yep.
Just good enough to make playoffs and lose.
And he played for the 49ers before you? guys?
Yeah, and he got a concussion, and they fired him for following concussion protocol. Isn't that a crock of crap?
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah. We had this habit back then of taking vets from the 49ers and using them to train rookies for us. And then as soon as the rookies were in year 4, they'd go somewhere else and get a Super Bowl.
Interesting.
We were a weird kind of we'd have all the young guys and then all the old guys and never really anything in the middle because that's what cost all the money.
Mm.
And we were just kind of training new recruits for other teams for a decade, dude.
It's like the Jets are kind of like that.
I mean, except for the Jets can't develop the rookies. Well, they couldn't before Glenn and his crew got there. I'm hoping that they can actually, them coaches can get together and start developing some young guys.
Yeah, it would be nice to have some competition in the AFC East. It's a snooze fest, man.
That's heavy.
This is the easy freaking travel through that division.
Like when the Steelers had all their Super Bowls, right? All they had to play was a crappy Cleveland team, a crappy Cincinnati team, and a crappy Ravens team, you know?
That's true. Well, Ravens were pretty good, I thought. Like, I felt bad for the Browns, man, because they moved to Baltimore and they end up being fucking good. Like, imagine being a Browns fan, dude. That's got to be the worst, man. You trade Baker, too, after winning a playoff game? That was absurd.
It's weird, and I've said it a lot of times, and it probably upsets Browns fans, but I got to tell you this. I before I say what I have always said about it, I respect the shit out of the Browns fans, bro. Those guys have with some shit for forever. I mean, Bottlegate. Watch that video. They got straight screwed, and the refs didn't care about the rules. They just screwed them anyway.
What year was that? Like in the 90s, or?
Oh gosh, this was. I think it was like right before the team got sold. So what happened? Okay. I remember the play though, or because a play had gone down, and then so they hurried up since there was no flags or anything. They hurried up and they snapped the ball, ran a whole other play, and then by the next play they were getting over there to line up, and then the refs threw a flag because of 2 plays ago.
Whoa, that's not cool.
Yeah, that shit happened, and then the Browns fans were like, "The fuck you say?"
Tore the stadium down, probably.
And we had bottled beer in a game because they were just like,
"Oh, I kind of remember that now. I do remember that. Oh my god, what a shit show, man!
1 glass bottle from 30 feet up is gonna knock you.
It's gonna kill someone. Yeah,
you'll have a lump on the cartoons.
Oh my goodness!
I mean, that was Bottlegate, dude, and the NFL didn't do anything to fix it. There's people that lost money in Vegas because of that crap. That was just straight piss poor officiating, right?
Gosh.
And these days they go, "Oh, the Chiefs get all the calls." Show me one that wasn't an actual penalty. Because they were. The Chiefs just try not to do that at the end of the game.
Yep. That's one thing as a Bills fan, man, I'll admit it. If something goes our way, I'll be like, wow, that's fucked up. So that's why I'll respect certain Chiefs fans that will admit it. They're like, dude, we got a little bit of help. I'm like, yeah, thank you for admitting it at least.
I don't want to say the refs are all terrible. But I will admit that there is some fucking piss poor officiating, man.
Right? It's a little fishy, man. I'm not saying it's set up, but at the same time, you never know. We don't know for sure.
If they're fixing this crap, they owe me money because I
Right.
lost in Vegas because of this.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, this is actually my first year ever gambling. I did okay. I kind of like balanced out.
what were you playing?
Just like NFL games. I made some money off the Super Bowl. I put money on both quarterbacks throwing an interception,
Nice.
and then Mahomes over 2 touchdowns or 1.5. So I got money on that. Garbage time.
Garbage time, baby.
Yeah,
Take
I
what
was
I can
happy.
get.
I did lose the bet of the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl. Maybe I jinxed them.
I mean, that was
That
the
would have
problem.
happened regardless.
All the Bills fans jumped on the Chiefs bandwagon
Yep.
and got us in trouble.
Yep, I bet you a lot of Bills put money on the Chiefs after that shit.
Well, you realize that the NFL is specifically here to screw the Bills every single year, right? And
That's what it feels like. That's what it fucking feels like, man. It hurts. I literally cried myself to sleep. My kid's like, "Are you okay, Dad?" I'm like, "No." And I'm not. I try not to take it serious anymore. So for it to affect me that way, like I couldn't even imagine the diehards.
When we went to the championship against Brady 7 years ago, when all of this started, all we did was we made it to the AFC Championship,
Mhm.
and that was Mahomes' first year. And we lost to Tom Brady and the New England Patriots for Tom's last Super Bowl run as a Patriot. When the game was over, I dropped onto my knees in front of the TV, and a bunch of my friends were there, and they were like, "Oh shit, he's gonna explode!"
Oh shit!
Dropped to my knees, and I go, "I can't believe we made it to an AFC Championship. That was awesome!" And they were like, "What?
Sure.
You're okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude, this is the farthest my team's ever gone, ever in my lifetime. I didn't think we would ever even go to a championship." And then everybody was like, "Holy crap, that's different." Like most people would be fucking throwing shit through the TV.
Breaking the TV. Yeah. That was like my dad back in the day with the old Bills Super Bowls. He's like, "Fuck this, blah," and I'm like, "No, I love the Bills."
But like, I was just like, that's Tom Brady. So we just got beat by the best,
Yep.
And I got a first year starter as a quarterback, and then the next year we go and we win the damn thing.
Mm.
And I'm telling you what, same thing. I dropped down on my knees right in front of the TV, and I was like, I can't believe we won a Super Bowl. Holy cow, this is fantastic feeling. It was a different feeling than I had ever had, man. And I
couldn't even imagine, man.
You're
If
gonna
the Bills win, man, I'm gonna like.
You're gonna feel it. Then you're gonna come on my show and you're gonna be like, "Jamie, I know what you meant."
I know what you meant, man.
It's almost like when it happens, you're like, it's like cold water washes over you and all the realization, and then you go a bit hollow, and you're like,
Mhm. It's kind of like a relief too. I feel
all
like
of this work, all of this like stress and everything I've put into this for years, and I thought I would just glow, but I was just like in this weird shock, man.
Mm.
And so it was the next day. So it was the Monday. I always take Super Bowl Monday off.
Hell yeah.
I drink a lot.
No, I'm right there with you. I'm a social drinker, so I don't drink as much as I used to, but
Hey, if you give me
I was nuts during the college years. Like I was all about beer pong and flip cup and all those drinking games. We just go ham.
I just like beers, man. So literally though, you get to the point where once the shock kind of wears off, I was just like, we won. And so I can understand completely why the Eagles fans were like flipping cars and burning shit,
Oh my god. Well, that's Philly too. You knew they were gonna fucking destroy that city. I couldn't even imagine Buffalo, like how similar it would be.
At least with Buffalo, it'll be so slippery out. Nobody's really gonna
True. There'll be a lot of broken tables, that's for sure.
like 2 feet of snow and icy and shit. Nobody's going around.
Just people slipping and sliding. People bobsledding through the streets.
I know, right? J Dog was on the stream with us, and I'm like, "Aren't you supposed to be throwing flares at cop cars?" What?
Oh, did he go down to Philly?
No.
Oh, okay.
Because he's an Eagles fan, you know.
Oh, yeah. I wonder, does he live near Philly? I wonder. We'll have to figure that out next time. We'll ask him.
I know he's sure happy that Philly beat the crap out of my team. I'm like, feels good, doesn't it, buddy? Tell me how you feel. And it was just crickets. He was gone. He'd already logged out and was gone, dude.
See ya.
Out there waiting for us.
That's funny. God. Yeah, I'm originally from upstate New York in the Catskill Mountains. And now I live in Colorado for about 11 years now.
What's DTN saying? I'm excited for the Dan Mitchell show tomorrow at 11 in the morning, huh?
Oh, yeah, the first Dan Mitchell show on the AFC. He grew on me, too. So at first I was like, I don't know about this guy.
Well,
but I love him. He's a good guy.
Seeing how my best bro is a Bills fan, and I've pretty much, you've seen me on Dan's show, man. I show up.
Oh, yeah.
Respect, bro.
Me and you were all over those shows.
Yeah, huh?
It's crazy. Even Wake Up and Ball, I've been trying to attend to that. Sometimes I like sleeping in, but
that's usually while I'm driving to work. So I'll pop in and go, "Hi guys," and then I'll just like be driving, and I got a whole bunch of guys in the work truck, and I'm like,
yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, it's great to support them, man. I've been supporting them since the get-go.
I mean,
it's actually helped me through a lot of BS in real life, you know.
Well, yeah, it gives you something to distract you from all the crap that is life, you know.
Exactly, man. It's helped me
to tell me it was going to suck this bad. I had to learn the hard way.
Poor Richie, man.
I love Richie.
He's my favorite, to be honest. And it's funny because I'm a Bills fan, but Richie's something about him. Like, probably because he's from New York. I'm from New York, so like I can kind of vibe with him. He seems like he's Italian. I'm Italian, so I could like relate to him a little bit.
Yeah. So I've been with Richie since before he could grow even one hair on his chin, bro.
Right? He was like a little kid.
He was a little kid. That's when I started chatting with you in the chats, huh? That was a long time ago, bro.
Which was cool because, like, I think Master at Work is the guy who actually brought everyone together, to be honest. He found Richie, he found Dan, and he trolled the shit out of TD back in the day.
I'm telling you, dude. And I think I was there at the very first AFC East Roundtable show with you, actually.
Yep.
That's right, dude.
Because at first they used to go from channel to channel. Do you remember that? They like go to their different channels before the AFCs.
And then I'd like see you over on TD's channel. I'd be like, "Hey, John, what's up?"
Yeah, I would troll him a little bit for sure at first. Like, I was a little bit of a troll. I was learning, you know.
I've ever really trolled on was the Dolphins, and all I've ever done was talk about troll. I've only trolled Tua. That's the only one, I think.
Yeah, I think it's similar with me too.
I just can't believe that they kept him. I mean, when a couple years ago when he said he was going to hold out, I was just like, lock the doors.
Right.
This is a problem solved. Like, you don't have to pay him. You could get Bo Nix. You know, imagine that, dude. They would have had Bo Nix with that team.
Wow. I didn't even think about that. They should have drafted a quarterback to compete with Tua at least.
They should have just let Tua go. As soon as he said hold out, they should have said bye.
And that's one thing I do agree with TD with is like not spending a lot of money on these quarterbacks. He's all about that lately. And I do agree. Like, they're just throwing money at these guys.
Well, when all of the guys wanted to get paid more than Mahomes, I was like, really? Because Mahomes goes to the AFC Championship every single year for 7 years, and I think that's worth $50 million a year.
Yep. I think Mahomes deserves it. Stafford deserves it. Josh
With
Allen,
on
I
his
feel like
cake,
deserves it.
totally deserves it. Lamar deserves it.
I think
You know,
Lamar deserves it. He needs to do a little better in the playoffs, but he deserves it. I do believe that. He just needs to wake up in the playoffs. I don't know what happens to him.
money, but he should have probably taken less so that he could have had some guys out there to protect him better.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like
They
a
got-
Tom Brady. Tom Brady did that.
That's where Patrick started doing this. So Patrick signed for the $500 million and then immediately restructured the contract immediately. And so
Smart, man. If you want to win Super Bowls,
for real.
It's
so
smart.
2 years ago was supposed to be a completely retooling year. Got rid of Tyreek and got all these guys that sucked, and they still went to the Super Bowl. And
I couldn't believe it.
And then last
This is
year,
well coached, man. You guys are so well coached.
that's the only thing is coaching, dude. Except for this last season here, we had Matt Nagy there, and I like Matt Nagy as one of the guys, man. He's one of the dudes, bro. But
he's from the Colts originally.
Chicago coach, and
yep.
The worst thing you can do to Jamie is put somebody from Chicago on my goddamn team. Oh.
Dude, that's another fan base I feel so bad for. They just haven't had a good quarterback since what? I don't even know.
Like Jim McMahon.
Dude. Yeah, Bears and Browns, I feel bad for them. Couldn't imagine.
Yeah, so Jim McMahon went to school right here over by where Anthony lives. I'm out in Utah these days. I left Kansas and headed west. They said something about go west, young man, and make your fortune or something. And
nice.
I did okay. I mean, there's a lot of money to be made out this way. Expensive to live here these days because there's no housing. But I bought my house for like $179,000, and it's worth like $640 right now. And so,
wow, good for you, man. You got in the market at the good time.
I'm about to sell out to one of these California boys, go buy my yacht and retire, you know?
Right. Maybe wait a little bit. I bet you it'll even go up even more.
Well, with Trump in office, it probably will. Republicans to make the housing market go up.
Yeah, if you ever come out to Colorado, you got a place you could stay.
Are you in Denver?
Yeah, I'm like on the outskirts.
Oh, you're so like Aurora?
Like Littleton.
Okay. All right, bro. Yeah, I got some friends in Colorado, and I love to go to games, bro. So,
dude, it would be dope.
We could do a meetup in Colorado.
I'm down, man. Anytime.
I'm with. It's like $100 for me to get a round trip ticket to Denver, dude. And then I'll just rent a car, stay with my bro Tony, or actually I'll probably just get a hotel close to a dive bar.
Hell yeah, man. Dude, there's so much fun shit to do out here. That's what I love about Denver.
I went to Colorado one time a few years back, and Tony and I like to play Texas Hold'em. I play Texas Hold'em out here with all the guys, and we play for like real silver and stuff.
Nice.
In Colorado, you guys play for cash. And so we went around and we hit all the places that were doing like the little Texas Hold'em games in bars, $20 entry here, 20 entry there. We had a few bills in our pockets, and then so the next morning we wake up and we go to a place called Vern's, old Vern's Lounge. And I walk in and I get like a chicken fried steak and eggs, and I got booze in my coffee, and I'm like, I love Colorado,
Living the life, man.
And so the girl says, "Are you guys here for the cards?" And I'm like, "Perk, I like cards. What kind of cards?" She says, "Texas Hold'em. This is the amateur poker tour. There's a super satellite today." And I was like, "How much to buy in? I want in." So I got in, and I won that sucker. And then so we go to the Zephyr Club where they're doing the $10,000 quarterly. And I'm there, like, everything I won at Vern's went to paying Tony's bar tab because he just sat over there and drank the whole time and just put it on tab. And I was getting drinks too, so I'm like so liquored, I'm like covering one eye, trying to look at my cards.
Just to be able to read the cards. That's funny.
So
I've been there before. I play Texas Hold'em too.
nice. So we go to the Zephyr Club, and there's like 50 tables, 10 people at a table. This is the quarterly,
Damn.
$1,000 quarterly, and I'm mowing people like it's a harvest, bro. I've got a giant stack of chips, and I'm fairly sober and a little bit upset about it. So I keep getting drinks, and I look over, and Tony's just pounding them, and I'm like, I
gotta catch up to him.
Win. I know that he probably only has $30 in his pocket.
That's hilarious.
I have to pay this bar tab.
He's like, you got me.
I make it to the final 50 out of like 500 people. So I make it to the final 50. And bro, I got pocket queens, right? And I am in the last 5 tables. They have it all separate, right? And so the last 5 tables were up on the big stage, and they got all the cameras around and stuff. And I got pocket queens, and this guy goes all in, and then this guy goes all in, and then that guy goes all in, and I'm like, shit. Like, there's a lot of aces.
Someone's got an ace king
ace,
or
like ace 6, probably like an ace 4, and I'm like, I got pockets, and now that's a lot of aces gone off this table. Call. First
Let
one
me guess. Did someone have like another pocket pair?
So one guy had pocket 10s that ended up.
Oh, I was gonna guess pocket 10s for some weird reason.
I mean, why do you beat by 10s like every time you play them?
Yep, so, a 10 pops up.
So I get a $2 bar tab out of this. I'm like literally the first one out of the final tables. And so I'm like, thanks, everybody. This was really fun. It cost me nothing to be here. I got it for free on a super satellite. And they're like,
yeah, man.
These people are paying hundreds and hundreds of dollars just to be there, And I'm like, walk over. They give me $250 towards my bar tab. Tony had already drank like $160 worth of it.
Damn. That's ridiculous.
I pay the rest of it. We sit there for a while and get nice and lit. And they gave me all these cool prizes. I mean, like I was walking out with bags of shit, dude.
That's awesome.
That was my little amateur poker tour thing. Oh, I had pocket aces. Okay. And the games had been going on for hours. I mean, we were there for like 6 hours. I had pocket aces, and I look at them, and I check, and a little bit gets thrown in, so everybody calls. It's a family pot. There's like 7 people on the table at this time. The flop comes out, ace 3 ace. So I got quad aces, and I was like, check.
Smart.
And then this guy, it checks a bit. This guy over here raises a little bit. And I'm like, there's the 3. So I call, everybody calls and they stay in. And then out comes 3 on the turn. And this guy raises, and then this guy raises over him, and then this guy goes all in. And I was like, I called it. There's the 3s. But when this guy called all in, so since it was like an internet televised thing, right? So they stop you and they bring the cameras over and they make you reset. So when they make us reset, this guy has his hat on forward, and then if this guy goes raise, and they're supposed to play it exactly like you did. So raise and then re-raise, and this guy turns his hat around and he goes, all in. Like he's all cool. And I looked at him.
You're fucked.
You got pocket 3s, so you think you got a boat. 3s full of aces. I call. this guy calls and that guy calls, and I'm like, the fuck are you guys
Wow.
calling for?
Yeah, what the hell did they have?
Nothing. Like nothing.
That's so
Dude, I don't know
weird.
how these people even got there. And so actually, when I turned my head around and I go, I call. It's funny as crap. And this guy goes, yeah, and he throws down his pocket threes. So he had three
He
threes
thought
and
he
two,
had it.
and I slow rolled him. 1 ace, 2
How pissed? Did he take it okay?
No, he threw.
Oh, that's tough. Yeah, I don't know how well I could have took that
He's
too.
saying
That'd be like,
something about there was one hand that could beat me, and I said, no, there was quite a few hands that had you
Yep.
beat. But I mean,
I guess even if you had the single ace, it would still beat him.
I was hoping that the river card would be another 3 just to fucking rub it in.
Oh my god, dude.
Turned his hat all backwards and he goes,
You ever got dude, 4 of a kind is tough to get. I've gotten a straight flush a couple times. Like a royal flush a couple times.
if you play a lot, you'll hit a royal sooner or later.
Yep.
The chances are slim, but I got one.
Both times I got it was online and it was diamonds.
We were playing for probably a half a pound of silver one day, and I caught a royal, clubs royal. And my bros made me take a picture of it. Maybe I'll put it out on a post one of these days.
That'd be cool, yeah, man.
Yeah, it was clubs.
That's fun.
It was a handful of silver, dude, like heavy handful.
Wow.
We don't mess around, man. We have fun.
Yeah, you guys are going all in.
Well, silver is like, so if you get one of those troy ounces, like a round or a bar, it's basically the size of an old silver dollar.
Okay.
Remember those big silver
Yeah,
dollars?
yeah.
Yeah, and they're only about $30 a piece. And
Okay.
so one of those will get you $50 worth of, or 50 points worth of chips. And so that's what we play for. So every 50 points worth of chips you want, it's going to be 1 troy ounce of silver. And then you start with 50 and we do it tournament style, and then you can rebuy one time. So, but if we got 6 of us playing, there could be up to 12 or up to 11 pieces of silver in there. And 13 troy ounces is a pound.
Oh, wow.
And so that's like shit, $500-600, it's about $500, I think.
Yeah, silver's gone up.
You'll get
over the years,
$400 worth of silver if you win. We've got 6 people playing.
Yeah. Dude, it was great chatting with you. I gotta attend to my son again, but I'll definitely hop back on another time.
Hey, much appreciated. Actually, I'm gonna call this a Jean Paul O'Keefe stream because we hung out and just got to know each other, man.
Dude, it's been a blast. I've been waiting for this.
I know, huh, man? We'll do this more too. So Thursday for sure. And I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream after you split too. Have a great night, my friend.
You too, man. Hell yeah, brother.
Nice. See you.
Peace.
Bro.
Much love.
Much love and respect, my friend.
Yeah, man.
See you.
Deuces.
That was really fun for me, you guys. If there's anybody else that wants to give a call and hang out for about another half hour, maybe I'll keep going. If not, I'll probably just end this, but we will definitely do this again and again and again and again. So I would like to do Wednesday nights after the AFC East roundtable. Jean Paul O'Keefe. So I'm going to try to do Wednesdays after the roundtable so that we all have a place to come and vent and do your call-ins over here. But let's keep it respectful and all that good stuff. And then definitely Thursdays, I'll have Anthony in here with us. And then we can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. I prefer to keep it football oriented, But talking poker's fun. That was very fun for me, you guys. All right, I'm going to head out. Everyone, make sure you like and subscribe, and we will see you Wednesday evening and Thursday evening for a couple more streams. Nice. Bye, guys. If I can figure out how to do this. There it is. Boom. See ya.